This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and
Michigan
right
user.
into the state pit. As we'll see, the
Coach
number
Dredd has
6
been
team
gone
in the
for a year or
country,
two,
the USC
3,
Trojans,
I can't remember.
taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan Wolverines.
LHunt44.
48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will put total leather and will get started.
Oh, what a kick.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Spread flips.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. On the run, still looking. Going for a big play right off the bat. Snags it down the right side. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
And he grabs it at the 15. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The pirouette on the run. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Bulldozes him. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone.
20.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the single back. On the move at the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the 1st down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Wide open downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, RD.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
Lofts one deep down the right side.
Oh.
Pulls it in inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown,
I don't give
Michigan.
that up to him.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's got room. Flying down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, USC. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your...
And he's still running after the move. He's loose. He's inside the 40. Ripped off a
Bruh.
huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Gonna run it. It's short. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins.
And it's picked off.
Dummy.
Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. And they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Wants to throw on second down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They're going back to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Working that left side now. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
USC 14, Michigan 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game.
Right down the middle.
Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team.
It's
and
crazy.
That's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 7 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Throwing right. It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
You're trash.
And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Going up top. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Loses 2. Brings up 3rd down.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout.
Oh,
Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Threw a pick last time. Almost threw another one. But you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make...
Looking for the end zone. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins, and you saw.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. He's back to throw on second down. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback extends the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. On the ground, it's short. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Gets rid of it. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. The ball squirts free. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
And man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the stomping has commenced. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Boston College. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Trojans! And the beatdown has ensued.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Marks. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense over and grab it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. out of the gun to give to the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Marks. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become...
Touchdown, Wolverines! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 2-point try. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Let's play that.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the move, it's short. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The lone back's got it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Tackle is made at the 48-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Third and short now from their own 48. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Got it looking for a 1st. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, USC 41, Michigan 16.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. He's going to fire deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll leave it with him. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Fair catch, called for and made. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking for a gap. It's Peters. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Power football with the run. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes the catch. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Around the end, it's short. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
That keeps the score. USC 44, Michigan 22.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Advance on the football.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Dave.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give as they work on that clock. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
13.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it.
Ooh, nice play.
Setting up the screen, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone.
The high ball.
Reed. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Is no good.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
28.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young...
Running toward the tape. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. It's a draw. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
In other sports around the country, Slippery Rock 42, Millersville University 21.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.